Welcome to my review of the YESOUL G1M Plus. YESOUL emailed me and asked me if I'd like to review the product, and I know it's not an e-bike, but it kind of is. Now in honesty, I believe that when you buy an e-bike, you kind of buy it to do a bit of exercise and get a bit fitter without all the work. But in my case, what actually happened was I bought the e-bike, put it on pedal assist 5 and did none of the work, and didn't get any fitter, so I kind of defeated my object. So when YESOUL asked me, I was like, actually an exercise bike would be quite good. I can build some cardio because my cardio is dreadful. Now the problem I have is I live in a flat, and with all my e-bikes and other stuff, there's just no room anywhere. So luckily this thing fit in the hallway nice and snug, and I can get past it with no issues and use it with no issues. So it's actually really convenient and small that I can just store it in the hallway. Now when you get this bike, it comes in decent sized box, well protected. It's pretty heavy, it'll take two to carry it. It's not really fun to carry on your own. When you open the box and get the polystyrene out, it's more like an advent calendar. It's like different compartments with different bits. It's mental. When you do get all the bits out, there is quite a bit of assembly. It's nothing hard, but it does take a little bit of time to put it all together. They actually provide you all the tools as well to build it, and I actually used their tools to build it, apart from one little screw. There's one little screw in the phone holder, and it was quite fiddly to get in. But apart from that, it was very easy to put together. So basically, when you build it, you have to put on the front and rear support stands, the seat stem, the handlebar stem, then you connect the handlebars to that stem, then there's another bit for your monitor. You put the monitor on, and there's like a bottle holder and the phone holder, and then your pedals, and that's really it, to be honest. Now once I'd built the bike, I was ready to go, and it seemed pretty decent, to be fair. When you start without adding any apps or anything, the screen shows your time, your RPM, the watts you're putting out, your distance travelled in kilometres, the percent is how hard it is, and then obviously your calories burnt. When you start pedalling, the timer starts, and then it starts recording your actual statistics, so you don't actually have to do anything other than turn it on and start pedaling, and it'll do the rest. The screen itself is fully adjustable. It'll basically spin round to any direction you want it to face, and it'll tilt up and down as well very easily. And it's also really secure because there's actually a bolt holding it in, so it can't come off at all. It's a really easy to use screen. The screen also has a soundbar that connects to the bottom of it, basically screws on, and then you plug it all together and stuff. Nice and easy to assemble, and it's actually a really nice soundbar. It sounds really nice, it's not tinny at all. Now I did see adverts for this bike, and they said it's screen mirroring, so the idea is you plug your phone into the bike screen and it'll display whatever's on your phone. Now they give you two cables, a HDMI to the Android and one for Apple, and that's basically it, meant to plug and play really. Now when I tried it, it didn't work. I tried it a few times, I double checked with the app, making sure I was doing everything right, and it just wouldn't work for me. And I couldn't figure out at all until I spoke to ChatGPT. So when I figured it out, the actual issue I have is that my phone doesn't support HDMI out, so therefore because the phone won't send a signal to the screen can't read the signal. So if the app is something that you desperately need, I do recommend that you check whether your phone or tablet supports HDMI out, because if it doesn't, the screen can't read it. Now the good news is, you don't actually need the app. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did have a look at the app when I was installing it all, and it does seem to have quite a lot of features and things that you can do on it, but if your phone doesn't support HDMI out, you don't absolutely need it. So for me, option one would be use the screen to see all your stats and stuff, and then have your phone on the actual little phone holder thing, play music or whatever through that. I did that for the first few days. Now it works, but it's not really ideal because then your music's coming through your phone, so you're not actually using the soundbar, and it seems a bit of a waste having a screen on your bike just to display the stats. So what I did is I bought a Fire Stick. Now I thought, in all honesty, what I'd have to do is have the Fire Stick plugged in and watch whatever through the Fire Stick, and then have my app on the phone so I could still see my readouts, but that wasn't the case at all. Basically, when you plug the Fire Stick in, the screen knows it's got something else plugged into it, and it displays all your stats on the left hand side, so you still get all your stats plus the benefit of whatever's on the screen. So it's actually really nice. Now I do believe on the app there are some scenic routes, so basically you can use them on the screen so it looks like you're actually riding somewhere. They're not interactive, meaning if you pedal fast the screen doesn't speed up, it's just a video. But it's a nice thing for scenery. Now if that is something that appeals to you and you'd like that, and you haven't got the app, watch my e-bike reviews, because basically I put the camera on my chest and you can see me riding, so you can use that instead and watch my scenery. Personally, I've just been sticking music on YouTube and riding away. Now, I won't be showing any of that because I don't want any trademark infringement or anything like that. But the soundbar's really nice. It's a nice bassy sound without being tinny at all. You know, honestly, I'm happy with the sound on it and the volume. But if you do want more, they actually do an upgraded version with basically speakers in the back of it as well, so it's more immersive, I guess. So what's the actual function of the bike like? Well, the first thing is it's really nice and sturdy. It doesn't really move when you're riding it, it's very stable, very solid. It's also very, very adjustable, so it's adaptable for any user really. So the handlebar stem has 4 height settings, and then you can turn the screen left and right very easily and tilt it forward and back, so that's really adjustable. And then you have the seat. I'm 5'9" and I put it on 8 on the actual scale. There's 17 levels, so it can be much taller or much shorter than me and still be very, very comfortable. Also, there's another bit that you can move the seat forward and backwards, so you can make it as comfortable as you want it. It's all really easy as well. You just basically untighten the knob, slide it up or down, tighten the knob. It's as simple as that. Now, actual fitness wise, I do like that it's got the timer, I do like the distance. I like the stats it shows you, so you can actually monitor yourself and basically see how well you're doing compared to last time and stuff. I like that. Now, in honesty, my fitness is terrible. My cardio is dreadful, and I've not really rode a bike for ages. I ride the e-bikes, but they do all the work for me, so they don't really count in my eyes. And the effort I have to put in on them is very, very small. So I started doing 25% for 5 kilometres, which was taking me about 10.5 minutes, and my knees were burning. I was a bit out of breath. I think my legs are more unfit than my cardio because my legs were burning more than I was out of breath. I've managed to push it up to 30%, and I did do a 10k ride, and I was exhausted. I was really tired after that. And I seem to have dropped back down to 5k rides and 30%. So for me, 25-30% is more than enough resistance. It doesn't feel hard to pedal, it just resists a bit, and obviously the more you pedal, the more your knees burn because of fatigue. I'm managing 5 or 10 kilometre rides, 10 to 20 minutes, and by the time I come off, I have a good burn in my knees, which starts after maybe a minute for me, and I'm sweating, and I feel like I've had a workout. The resistance on the bike is up to 100%. I've just tried it and I can manage 45 seconds at that, and I'm absolutely exhausted. I should also point out as well that the percentage is your resistance, but it works like you're going uphill, not like you're in harder gear. Now, resistance wise, it's exactly the same, but the difference is when you're having more resistance on a normal bike, because you're in a higher gear, each pedal takes you further. This doesn't, because it simulates going up a hill. So basically the only way to get your distance quicker is to do a faster RPM. The rest is all about resistance rather than adding to the distance, basically. Does that make sense? So as far as I'm concerned, it covers everybody. If you're really tall, you'll get on it. If you're short, you'll get on it. If you're really unfit like me, you can still use it. If you're a cyclist and you cycle regularly, you'll still get a lot of benefit because the resistance is really hard and you can still use it. It's also really nice to ride. There's no clanking or noisy sounds. It's really well put together. So yeah, for me, it covers everybody, beginners and pros. It's really well put together. It looks good. it feels nice, and it's cheaper than a lot of other brands. So if you're looking for an exercise bike, or I believe they call them spinner bikes, you really can't go wrong. Highly recommend it, and if you buy one, I hope you really enjoy it and it helps you get fit. As usual, there's a discount code in the description, feel free to use that. If you watched this far, thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it. If you like the content I'm making, please do like, share and subscribe, it really does help. Any questions or comments, put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And I'll see you in the next video.